think the cat managed to walk on the thing in a way that didn't fuck it up. Amazing. Well, actually, let's
I
see. It's
wanted to just
pointing
make a
up.
statement on the designs because I think if there's one thing I would praise the hell out of the show for that like is a positive, I think the designs. Like in the same way that you talk about
Yeah.
some anime that are like hard carried by the designs. I'm not saying that's the case here, but like an anime with super iconic designs like gets your attention right away.
Yeah.
Like there was that new Aquarion anime that came out and everyone was like interested immediately because it had like panty and stocking type designs,
Mm.
even though it was like an insane ass show because Shoji Kawamori's brain is like a brain burst, right?
Yeah.
So what I mean to say is this show is very eye-catching. I'm being
Yeah.
told in the chat by No Thank You that there apparently is anime references in this episode, which I wouldn't expect because this show's art style is not really what I would call anime-esque, except
Yeah.
like maybe Pomni a little bit. Maybe Pomni is a little bit anime-esque was the bright eyes with lots of colors, but most of these designs are like cartoony. They remind me of like Toy Story. Like it feels like a new weird toy would come up and he's a chattering mouth toy and he's gonna like fuck with
Yeah.
Woody, you know? Like that's kind of what they give me.
It definitely reminds me of Toy Story. I that was the first thing that crossed my mind when you said that about the designs. Is like that feeling of like this is a modernization of a classic thing, like something that's instantly recognizable but also new. And I think Jax is like the strongest design in that regard because he doesn't
Oh yeah.
quite look like any bunny I've ever seen, you know? Like he's a very modern take on like being like pastel purple but with green eyes and kind of having that like scowly look. Like I just can't imagine that character design having been popular in any other era, even though it's almost the exact same thing as like, you know, just a stuffed bunny that's been popular for all time, you know. Fresh take on
Every once
classic ideas. That's how I'd put it.
every once in a while, a really cool iconic bunny makes like everyone love them because I remember people loved the bunny in freaking what's it called? The bunny in the Devil May Cry anime on Netflix. He's kind of like the new bunny that everyone's crushing on. Like I go on like Blue Sky, and so many people
Yeah.
do self ships with that Devil May Cry bunny. And I feel like Jax is another one that's like an iconic bunny. And then
Mm.
Cinderace from Pokemon. That one got a
Mm.
bunch of fans in like 2019, which I can understand why. Cinderace is awesome.
Very, very, very clean. Yeah, I definitely think the designs in this show to me like transcend the show itself. Like I definitely think Pomni is more popular than the Amazing Digital Circus, and that's not even to say that like there's not a ton of people watching the show because there are a ton of people watching this show, but I don't think the quality of it is as important as the fact that it like has the look it has. Cat, you're on the
So true.
mouse, literally on the mouse. Come on, please, please. Okay, more circus.
Looks like this one was a home run, eh?